Michael Plusek here, and welcome back. So in the last video I shared with you the biggest problem for most entrepreneurs. The fact that they don't know where they are going and the pain they inject themselves with, which is constantly being busy but not getting results, and the fact that they are busy complaining about the fruits instead of taking care of the roots. And I shared that the most powerful thing to really drive us forward in our businesses is clarity. So right now you should have seen the last video and have a good understanding of the problem and where we need to go and work. And if not, you should go back and watch the last video and make sure you got it all. So in this video, we will focus and work directly with what needs to be worked with to make sure that we got laser focus in our business to create the results that we want, that we decide we want, and create them fast and effective. And we will go through a process here that will help you get so much clarity, which means give you power in a whole new way. And this will follow you through the whole program with that power. If you do the things through the program, all of this will lead to massive results. So in this video, we will cover from blurry to clarity. And then we will draw the road to your destination. And trust me, there will be some very great exercises here. And just put your mind into it, put your heart into it, and know that this is your future you are creating. So let's go ahead here. First of all, from blurry to clarity. Now, this is how it looks for many people, many entrepreneurs, business owners. If we look around, it's just noise. It's not really clear where we're going, what we're doing. It's just a lot of stuff. And imagine living your life, business life, like this. Just noise, not really seeing what's going to happen. How could a person, a business owner, ever get massive results? And how could they enjoy the ride? They can't. So we want it to look like this. We want to figure out exactly where we're going and have a clear picture of that in our mind, and the process that will follow during the coming weeks, not only in our minds but also in the outside world. So what do we need to do to get this clear picture? Well, here's the steps that we're going through. First of all, what do you want? And when we found out what you do want, then we need to get it even more clear. And the last part about this one is to make it a 10. So, first of all, what do you want? For some people, it's pretty clear. For many, it's not. So, let's take a look one more time at the map. And what I want here is just to get in a picture way, to get you to see how most people are working, but what we're doing right now. This could have been the world, but this is Europe. So we're going on a holiday and we can go exactly where we want. So what do we want? What do you want? Let's start by asking some questions. We could ask ourselves like this. What temperature do I want? Do I want it hot or cold on my holiday? And what would I like to spend time on? Would I like to relax? Would I like to maybe investigate some history, some culture, or maybe a mix of the different things? Would I like to ski if I'm going to the cold? And same thing actually, but what do you want to do there? A little bit more specific. You want to go to the mountains, you want to go to the beach, you want to go and visit different cultural stuff, churches, momentums or like that. And the next question could be, what food would you like to eat? Would you like pasta, or would you like some fish? Or, it's getting more and more specific here. And then you can find out some more questions. All of this is questions to figure out actually what do you want on your holiday. Most of the time we do know what we want. We know if we want to go and have some sun, or if we want to go and ski. Some people don't want to go and ski because they want the sun. Some people love going and skiing because they love the skis and the snow. Ask and answer these questions. So that's what we're doing here in the first part. We're just asking ourselves, or get somebody to help us. Maybe someone from the group. Now this is the holiday thing. We're going to the business after. And then answer the questions. So let's say I decided I want to be in the sun. I want to be on the beach. I want to relax. I want to have great seafood, good music, and just be in a great exotic atmosphere. That's what I want. And that would probably make me think of south of Europe, right? When we're talking about Europe. So, like I did here, just for the picture for us, I've drawn, okay, this could be maybe the part that we want to go. We got kind of a picture now of what it is that we want. I got an idea what I want with my holiday. It might not be totally clear yet, but I got an idea. And this idea, when I think about it, and this is very, very important, it excites me. Yeah, sure. I want to lay on the beach. I want to read a book. I want to feel the sun on my skin. I want to get a little bit more tanned. Yeah, and I want to drink a beer, cold beer on the beach. Listen to some great music. Eat some great food. I want to eat some pasta. I want to eat some fish. And I just want to enjoy myself. I got this picture now and it feels pretty good. Got it? So, same thing when we talk about our businesses. You could ask yourself questions like this. What do I love to do? How am I making a difference with my business in the future? How big do I want my business to be? Some people, they want one store if they got stores, and some people, they want to make it a national chain. Some people want to go abroad, Denmark. Some people want to go all Europe. Some people want to go Asia and all of this. How big do I want my business to be? And what really excites me? Some people, they love being in their one shop and just satisfy their customers so they know that they walk out the door and they just have a big smile on them. And other people, it excites them more to just grow their businesses to maybe have 10 or 20 or 50 shops. What do I want my business to look like in the future? And then maybe a big and bold question, but how can I change the world? How can I, with my skills, with my knowledge, with my drive, how can I make a bigger impact in this world? And now, when talking about these questions here, I got a big help for you, because one thing that happens to most people is that they begin to limit themselves. Don't let anything talk inside of you and tell you that's not possible. Get inside yourself and speak with that part of you that is bigger than your current situation. What would really excite you? Now, in a moment, I will ask you to pause the video and ask you to ask yourself these questions and just write them down. Write down the answers. And again, go big here. So a couple of good advices before doing this. First of all, sit in a relaxed place. And a great idea is to listen to some classic piano all the time when doing exercises like this. It keeps the mind quiet, and it also helps you to dig into the bigger part of you. And we'll talk more about this later in the program. And sit with a straight back and just take calm breath in and out. This helps you to relax, and we get inside of you. And when you start, just take one deep breath. And now ask yourself the questions and write down the answers. And I got the questions for you here. What do I love to do? How am I making a difference with my business in the future? How big do I want my business to be? What really excites me? What do I want my business to look like in the future? And how can I change the world or make a bigger impact? Now take 2 to 5 minutes and do this right away, and then come back and we'll continue after. Alright, welcome back. So right now you should have gotten a picture of what you want with your business. Maybe it's not totally clear yet, but don't worry. The most important is that we have taken the first steps and you have kind of an idea of your picture. Maybe it's even clear now. So we'll take this a step further, and we will get the picture even more clear. And as we are in this process, what will happen as it gets clearer is probably you will also feel it more strong, which is very good for you. And you should go for that, to really make those feelings more and more powerful inside of you. So for this process, you can do this for your business, and you can also do it for your personal life to get the clear picture of what you want to happen in the future. For now, we're going to concentrate 100% on your business, and believe me, this will have a huge impact on your whole life. So there's something inside all of us, something that wants to grow. And if we dive into this energy and decide, and this you should really understand now, the word decide, to cut off all the other noise, then that bigger part of ourself, of you, could make a really big change. And we could serve on a bigger scale and make a bigger impact in this world. And I challenge you right now to begin to talk to that part of yourself. Keep getting that conversation better and better and bigger, because that will help you to create massive results. We are going to create something very powerful now. But before that, here's the picture. What happens to most people is they might have a dream. You see the little guy here? But the thing is that the little voice inside our head, you should have heard about that from the first video now, this voice keeps beating our dreams up, keeps beating you up and your future up, because it wants you to stay where it's comfortable. And we're going to talk much more about this later in the program too. So, having this picture in your mind, really go for the big part of you, not the little voice. And dream big. So we are going to create something very powerful now. You're going to create your own vision. That's going to be like a magnet, like your future pulling you to speed up to get there. Let me give you a couple of examples when I say vision. Back in the beginning of the 80s, there was a young guy who had a picture of what he wanted to. Now keep in mind, at this time, in the beginning of the 80s, there was no really a mobile phone. Just take a look at this one. In 1983, Motorola made history when this mobile cell phone was approved. So the thing is, and by the way, this mobile was not small. I remember it. Some of you might remember the first mobiles. It was pretty big. I always get a picture of being in the military, watching those films where they have this big machine. That's the phone. So anyway, this guy, he had a picture in his mind. He wanted to make sure that families could have a computer in their home. Imagine that. We didn't even have a cell phone. Now, you maybe have heard of this guy, Bill Gates. He's the founder of Microsoft. He's the he's the second richest man in the world now, as I make this video here. And Microsoft today has around 124,000 employees. So what is my point with this? Well, he had a vision back in the 80s. A computer on every desk and in every home running Microsoft software. I would say that's a pretty bold dream, vision. We still didn't have the mobile phones. So the important things here are, first of all, vision. The picture of what you want to do, how you want to serve. Now it's getting really clear. Next thing, when we talk about vision, stop being realistic. Remember the picture with the little voice beating up the dream? Stop beating up your own dream. Listen to that part inside of you that want to go big. They want to do something that others don't. You are here. There is something inside of you that's drawn towards something bigger. Stop being realistic. Bill Gates wasn't realistic. And dream big. Really big. The bigger you can dream and let that excite you, it's very possible that the more energy and the more motivation you will get out of this. And the last thing, dream bold. Dare to dream bold. I'll give you one more example here. This is a guy named Jeff Bezos. He is now the richest man in the world. He's the founder of Amazon. I could speak to you for hours right now about this man and this company, but we'll stick to the vision part here. Because there's an example with a very bold vision. Amazon, they have created and sell their own reading advice, and this is called Kindle. So this is looks like an iPad, a little bit like that, but you can read books on it and download them very fast. It's actually a pretty good thing. Some people prefer real books, but Kindle is getting more and more popular. So this is Kindle coming up now, and it's also the vision for Kindle, and this is bold. This is how Kindle looks. And the vision for Kindle is to make available in less than 60 seconds every book ever written in any language, in print or out of print. Whoa, this is pretty heavy. So let that sink in just for a second. Read it again. To make available in less than 60 seconds every book ever written in any language, in print out or out of print. Talk about bold, huh? So now I'm going to ask you, what is your vision? What is it that you will do with your business that will make a change? So in a moment, you will do an exercise with this. And again, I have some advices for you here. be relaxed. Listen to some classic music. Breathe, very relaxed. And before diving into the exercise, take one big breath. And then ask the question and write down the answers. And don't answer with that little small part of you. Go bigger, be bold. And you can take the inspiration from Microsoft or Amazon, but make your own vision. And then have fun as you do this. So right now, just pause the video, take 2 to 5 minutes and work on your vision. 2, 5 lines, 1 sentence. And after that, come back. Just pause the video right now. And welcome back. By now, you should have gotten an idea of your vision. If not, I will ask you to do this exercise one more. Go through it again. And now let's take it one step further, making this a 10. So you have got a picture of not just like I want something, but you got a picture of your vision, and it's getting clearer and clearer. And I want to challenge you now. So on a scale 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how powerful is this vision to you? And don't lie to yourself. Answer it. Write down the number right now. If it's below 8, go and do the exercise again. And keep doing it until you get over at least 8. But the aim is to get a 10. We're working with the roots of the tree here, so we know what fruits we want. And just keep on doing it until you feel now you're at a level 10. And if it's difficult for you, you could go like this. Ask someone in the Facebook, in the PERSONLIG coaching group, if there's someone who want to work on your vision with you. And then go find a partner. If you do this, this is not for them to create your vision, because this is your vision. But it is to find someone who will challenge you and ask you again and again, how powerful is this on a scale 1 till 10? And if it's below 8, go again. Then take a minute and write it down again, and then one more time. So you need to find someone, if you want a partner for this in the group, find someone who will be willing to do this, and maybe you can help them the other way around. Just challenge each of you. What I have found out with my clients is that at a certain point, when we reach that number 9, number 10, something amazing happens because we feel it. We get goosebumps, we get some kind of warm inside our bodies, and this is like energy just wow comes out of us. For some people, this is not something that happens in 5 minutes, and that's okay too. But challenge yourself with this, like I just mentioned. And if it's not like it comes out right now, just focus on what I'm saying right now, and ask yourself in the morning, what is my vision? And ask the same thing during the day, what is my vision? And then before going to bed at night, one more time, what is my vision? And how can I serve on a bigger scale? So this is work, or call it homework, to complete before the next call. And now some more help to make this clear and powerful for you. Oh, this was the 1 to 10. How powerful is your vision? So some more help here. First of all, list 5 companies that inspire you. And then when you did that, go to Google and type in your company name and then vision. Get their visions and maybe even print it out so you can look at it and let this inspire you. I didn't say copy, but I say inspire. You should have a pretty good idea about how to do this, but you should also have a pretty good idea about your vision. So I want to congratulate you on this first part of the video from blurry to clarity. We now have a vision. We now have an idea of what we want. And let's go into the next part. Actually, before we go into this, it just comes to my mind. I have a couple of very interesting stories I can share with you. Some clients went through this on the first session. And what happened to them was that they became so clear on their vision, what they wanted to with their company. So they went out and they looked some people in their teams in the eyes and they said goodbye. Because they found out that those people didn't match their vision. I'm not telling you to do it like this. This was just inspiration. And some of these people, Tim is one of them, he's in our group. He did this. And then he found people that really looked the same direction and could see the clarity from Tim and saw his vision. He found those people and got them in his team, and he skyrocketed. Tim made millions in the first 8 weeks. That's millions in Danish crowns. I got other clients who got the same very clear picture of their vision, which inspired them to take the actions to put the vision on their webpage, on their Facebook, on their LinkedIn and all of that. And all the actions they took after that was really on the path to their vision. And it gave them so much power that they very fast made some pretty cool results in their business. So now let's go on to the next part. We're gonna draw the road to your destination. Again, here's the map with the butterfly. And like we talked about and I mentioned, I really don't want you to take this route to your vision. I want you to get where you want to go as fast as possible, and I want you to get results. So you do have a vision of what you want, and we want you to get there very fast, massive results. And what we want actually is like this. See, now I made a decision. I want to go to south of Spain because that's my vision of my holiday on the beach and with a cold beer and just relaxing and get tanned. And I'm in the island of Sjælland in Denmark. So I don't want to go the butterfly way. No, I want to take the straight path to south of Spain. And that's the way we want to run our businesses. Fastest and easiest way. And that's exactly what we're doing in this program. So once more, congratulations to you. So the question is, how do we get there as fast as possible? Well, first of all, we need to understand where we're going. We need to have laser sharp, clear goals. And this is the exact process we're going through right now. So, how to avoid the butterfly way? Set goals. And how do we create powerful goals? So, here's an example of my vision, could have been my vision, to teach and inspire people all over the world. So, this is the first thing. I know that this is the direction I want to go to. And when we talk about goals, what we're doing is we will look in the future first. We'll look towards our vision, and then we'll bring it a little bit closer and then closer. So, for instance, let's take the holiday example again. From my vision, I decided to go to south of Spain. There I know I should get what I want. And I made my decision to get down there as fast and effective as possible when I want to get down there. So that's kind of the end goal for my vacation. And let's say that's 6 months from now. So I will need to do something to make this happen. So I put up another goal. I'll say in 3 months from now, I should have saved the money so I can pay for my vacation and I can pay for my cold beer on the beach and my hotel and all of that. And to make sure that I really get the vacation I want, I make a short-term goal. In 2 weeks from now, I have made my budget and I got a plan on how will this vacation be, how will I get there, will I take the plane or will I take the flight, all of these things, so more details. So in 2 weeks from now, I will have my plan for the holiday and the budget. That's my first goal. In 3 months, I'll have the money. And my end goal is in 6 months, I will enjoy the very nice vacation on the beach. This is the way to get there and make sure we'll get there without too much noise, too much blurry. So, how do we set the goals? Well, let's get back to business here. My vision was to teach and inspire people all over the world with my programs. Could be my vision, but in this example. And same way as we did it with the holiday, we start in the future and then we get closer and closer to where we are now. So here's an example. We'll start 5 years in the future, and I'll say to myself, okay, my goal in 5 years is to have a great profit of 10 million euros. And then I get a little bit closer and I say, okay, in a year from now, I want to create 500,000 euros in profit. And now it gets even closer and say, okay, in 8 weeks from now, I want to create 10,000 euros in profit in my business. So exactly like we did it with the holiday goals, we start in the future and then we come closer and closer. Now, you might want to ask, why not just set a goal 8 weeks and then move from there? Well, the reason for not doing it like this is we can easily end up being a butterfly. So we'll pick a short-term goal and we get there. And then we look at another short-term goal and we get there. And then we look at another short-term goal and we get there. And then it's like the map with the butterfly. We want to make sure that when we look back from the future, we look at a path that is as straight as possible if we want massive results. So, some more help with this process. You know something like this, I guess. So we want to make sure our goals are as clear as possible. We want to know exactly what we are aiming for. In this case, might be bullseye. So that we can make sure all our focus will be on bullseye. And nothing else. One of my mentors has this saying, what you focus on expands. And we want to have laser focused goals on our businesses now and on the things that we want with our businesses. And you can find good ways to do goals. There are many models for this. And the one that I will teach you here works amazingly well and is very simple. And it looks like this. SMTW. So let's go through this with my 5-year goal. First of all, S, it's specific. It needs to be specific. And the M, it's measurable. The T, it's time. And the W, it's who. So let's get to it right here with my 5-year goal. This is just an example. So by the 10th of January 2023, I, Michael Plusek, have generated 10 million euros before VAT in annual profit in 2022. This is specific because it tells exactly what it is. It's also measurable because it says it's 10 million and it says it's euro. This is very, very important to put in what it is. And also before VAT. There's a big difference if it's before VAT or after VAT. This could have been sale. And also that it's profit. That is a big difference if it's profit or if it's sales. So be very specific and make it measurable. And there's a time on it. So by the 10th of January, that's exactly 5 years from now. And the who, it's me. I have generated this with my business. So again, very important to write these things as specific as possible when you're doing this. Because this will now be my bull's eye 5 years from now. I know who, I know when, I know what. And when I come to the 10th of January 2023, I can see if I reached my goal. I can measure where I am. From there, you create the 1 year goal, make it exactly after the same formula here. And when that's done, well, then you go on to the 8-week goal. It's very important to understand, and science has proven that when we set a clear-cut goal like this with laser-sharp focus, our brain will do what it can to help us to reach that goal. So we will get help from the most powerful tool in the whole world to reach this, and that's your brain. Cool, huh? And again, it's not the butterfly thing, it's not blurry anymore. We got a clear vision, and from that vision, we create our goals. And we'll dive more into this brain thing later on in the program. So once again, a couple of good advices here. It's good to put a money goal when we talk business, because then we have something very specific to measure on and work with. From then we can calculate how many customers is that, what is the average pay, etc. But that would be another video. And also it's good to do it with sales. Even better would be to do it with profit, because that's important for most business owners, that we also generate some money. And then if we do it with profit, we can go and calculate our sales, and we can calculate then the customers and all of that. So now it's your turn. We will set some goals now. We'll set your goals. So what we'll do in this process is, first of all, this is goals for your business. And they need to lead to your vision. Or let's turn it around. Your vision is the starting point, and then you set the goals first for 5-year goal, then 1 year goal, and then 8-week goal. Use the model of SMTW: specific, measurable, time, and who. Don't be realistic. And here's a formula that you can use. By, here you put in the date, you put in your name, have generated, and here you put in your goal, your number. And then after that, if it's money, you put in your currency. And then you write for the last sentence here in sales or profit or what it is, and the year before, or put in the period that we were talking about. So for now, pause the video. Create your goals right away. Again, spend 2 to 5 minutes on this. Go ahead, do it. And use the good advices here. 2 to 5 minutes, pause the video, and then come back after. And we'll come back. So, by now you should have set your goals for your business, 5-year, 1 year, and 8 weeks forward. And you should have used the SMTW model. Very important that you do this, so you have a picture of what you want to achieve. And one last note here, you can use this model to any area of your business or life. My dream clients, they like to create one goal for their business and then one goal for another area in their life. This could be health, it could be vacations, it could be family, education. It's up to you to decide this. But there is a reason for this, because we're going to focus a lot on your business in these 8 weeks. And that's why you're here. We want to create some massive results. And I want to get you to a whole new level than you ever been before in your business or in your life. So we're going to focus a lot on your business. But my dream clients, they also found out that it's good to have that focus, but it's also good sometimes to take the mind away from the business. And that could be having a goal of, for instance, health. Well, I will lose 5 kilos. I will put 1 kilo of muscle on, or I will stop drinking beers, or I will drink more water, whatever it is. Again, this is your goals. You don't necessarily need to do this, but if something pops up to you now, I would suggest that you took one more goal. Pick an area and make the same goal setting process as we've just been here. So we covered a lot in this video, and we covered from blurry to clarity, and we covered how to draw your road, the road to your destination, to your desired destination. And we're gonna work with these things. So it's very important that you have your goals and your vision ready for the next session. And if you got any questions, pop them in the group. Ask people if there's someone who can help you, and or else take it with you to the next session. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are, and you should be, excited and motivated and feel the energy rising inside of you. Begin to feel that power. This is so important. Just feel it, breathe it in, and just let it build up inside of you. And that's it for now.